It's nice to see you tonight, and thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I enjoyed my...
Just state your address for the record.
10 Crosby Avenue. I enjoyed my brief period of service on the Planning and Zoning Commission. I look forward to every meeting. I prepared extensively, as much as a reasonable person would prepare for each meeting. I did have some differing opinions with other people on the board, but I believe that my opinions were always in my heart to represent the people of the city of Milford to the best of my ability. I never felt that the Planning and Zoning Commission was merely to serve the interests of people who bring proposals before the commission. They certainly deserve due consideration, and I felt that their interests needed to be weighed and balanced against the interests of the city and all of the residents of the city. Unfortunately, you made a decision in the last 2 weeks to not renew my appointment to the board, and I'm here tonight to ask why. I think a reasonable person should know what the reason was that they were not reappointed to the board, when by any reasonable estimate that reappointment was a reasonable continuation of what had gone before. If a line was crossed, what line was crossed? Why may I not serve anymore?
Well, the council can answer your question if they choose to, but it's up to them. I can't force them to make a comment. Does anyone wish to make any kind of comments?
I'll make a comment.
John, please.
I guess what I think Mr. Paul is trying to say is that if we do take somebody off the Planning and Zoning Board, and this council did it, we should give them a reason why, I feel. I mean, if it's job performance, because it didn't look really good in the newspapers when 2 of the people that got taken off the Planning and Zoning Board voted against a project, and the next week both of those people are off the Planning and Zoning Board. So I not only, I understand why Paul needs to know his answer, and I'm not saying that anyone on the council has to give him an answer, but people in the public are also wondering how ironic that is that 2 people that voted against a big project that we've been talking about for several months, now they're off the Planning and Zoning Board. I just think hopefully in the future, if we have to let somebody go, that we let the person know directly why, and also the way he was told about it, that he was off the Planning and Zoning Board. I think we could have done a better job with that, because he did have a call, but he found out through me, and I thought that was already taken care of by the city at that time. So that's all I have to say.
You did get a call also from me, maybe after you, plus a letter I believe you got from me. Does anyone else wish to comment?
Yes, I do. I do feel as though that the city does need to explain to the people why they were not on the planning board, taken off board. We owe them why we choose the way we choose. And I agree with what was said also by John.
Well, as I said before, I can't force the council to comment.
Mr. Mayor, if I might continue a moment.
You have time.
Thank you. Members of the council, it's fair for me to say that I've been in this position before when people have judged me, and they've not given me the benefit of a personal talk or even look in my eye. My experience has been that after the situation was addressed and we went further down the road, that people, after they did talk to me, realized that they'd made a mistake, that I wasn't what I was represented to be. That's just part of my life experience. And I just want to suggest that that's possible here as well. Having said that, doors close and doors open. And it's come to my attention that there's an open seat on the council now in my ward. And maybe because of what's happened in the last couple of weeks, or maybe despite of what's happened in the last couple of weeks, the truth of the matter is, my heart is still where I'd like to serve the people of Milford, and I'd be honored to be appointed to fill in the term of the person who just left the council.
Well, what I suggest you do is just submit an informal letter as the others, and we'll keep it in file, and we'll seriously consider it. For the record, I would have liked to have seen you as remain on the board, but I can't help it. But you're certainly entitled to put your name before to come for the council.
And whatever happens, happens. Do I have any more time left, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, we have 8 minutes.
Members of the council, the other item of business I wanted to bring before you tonight is another matter in which you played a part. 3 years ago, I came before this council, before Mayor Marabello, and before our new city manager, Mr. Baird, and I expressed a desire for the council to consider becoming part of the state energy program and enabling citizens to earn alternative energy credits for projects that they can undertake in their home. And I want to let you know that I thank the council, and I am very pleased that the council, in its wisdom, decided at a subsequent time after we spoke to go ahead and do the things that were necessary to become part of the state energy conservation program. As a consequence of that, I can tell you tonight that I, as of March, installed a geothermal energy system in my home, and it's been a wonderful system. It's saving me an awful lot of money on my electric bill, which is good for the city as well. Won't stress the city electric as much. And it also, I have an energy rebate coming back to me that only is possible because of the efforts you made on my behalf and all the residents in the city of Milford that purchased their electric through the city of Milford. At the time that I came here at first, the only residents that could benefit from the program were people who were customers of Del Mar Power.